Hey, y'all. Okay, this is just a little late night thing. You feel me? But let me get it together. Let me get it together real quick. Okay. Since I this is for the women, right? I feel like us as women, we have to really realize that we are women. Like in a world full of females that just want to be masculine and just want to be like a dude, it's like we all as a whole group is not really realizing. I mean, the ones that know, but I'm saying like we are not realizing like we are the women. Like we can do what a man cannot do. And that's something that I've been realizing lately. Like, and people can feel the way that they feel with what I say. And I'm not tripping. I'm not here to throw shots. I'm just here to speak the facts. The fact of the matter is that as far as trying to get a man or like wanting to be in a relationship or whatever, it's like they be like, oh, the 3 ways, the woo 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 whoop, all that stuff. Honestly, the main thing is if a man wants to be kept, he's gonna be kept, and that's just period. You feel me? It doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do. It doesn't matter what you make or what you don't make. It doesn't matter. That's just to clear the air. But like, let's just be real for a second. Men like women, like a real woman. Like, why would a man want to be with another man? If that's what he wanted to be with, then that's what he would choose to be with. But that's that's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get at the fact that us as women, like, we really have to get it together, because it's like our superpower is like, I feel like I had to repeat this because it's like I can say it in different ways, so maybe it can make sense to people, different people or whatever. But it's like us as women, our superpower is the fact that we're women. Like, that's why God created us, to help men. To help men. Like, we are the reasons why we are able to carry children for a reason. Okay? And like, once you really dive into the fact of what that means, it means that without you, first of all, if a man is your man and like truly your man, he literally cannot do nothing without you. So if a man is doing stuff without you, that's not your man. Like, that's not your man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, and I'm not saying as far as like making money or as far as like all of that or whatever. Like, I'm saying as far as like the men that need, you see the way I just got the men that need women, they need women for a reason, and they need a woman for a reason. That's why, not to get all biblical, but for real, like, that's why God made Eve for Adam, because what Adam could do, all the stuff he was doing, naming the animals and all the stuff he did, that wasn't enough for him, and God knew that. So he created Eve from his rib. So literally, like, if somebody is for you, they literally can't live without you. Like, they need you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, at the same time, it's like in a world full of like bad bees and all that stuff, and oh, I got like physical stuff, like as far as money or as in the body. Like, do you know, and this is something that I'm learning, like, do you know the things that women can do just because we're women? Like, naturally born? Do you know what women can do? I think it's such a, like, the way that people down talk on women is why a lot of women do not want to be women, because it takes a lot to be a woman, and it takes a lot to deal with all of our emotions, and it takes a lot to deal with our emotions, and on top of that have to deal with a man and his emotions, and also deal with your kids if you have kids, and if you don't have kids, nieces and nephews or whatever, family members. Like, having to do all of that is a lot. And who knows where this is going? Who knows if I post this? If I post this, I'm just, don't be mad at me, okay? All I'm saying is, us as women, we really need to start tapping into our who we are, who we were created to be. And really the only way that you're able to do it is if you're reading your Bible and you start to see, like, watch how the women who have a man, and like have a man that treats them right and actually takes care of them, actually focus on that and see what it is that they do and what it is that they don't do, and how do they move, and all of that. And yes, we're in a generation where a lot of women in my generation was raised off of single mothers. So it's like, it's not easy, but there's always a way. And then it's like, you never really know what it is that would change in your life if you just carried yourself as a woman. Like, it's so many, it's I'm really trying to be careful on how I'm saying this, because I don't want to judge anybody, but I feel like it has to be said. It's so many, it is so, how do I say this? As much as people hate women, they want to be women. Like, but a lot of the times they can look at the physical of a woman, and they want the physical of that. Like, they want to be like, oh, I want to wear makeup, or like, oh, I want my hair done like that, and like, oh, I like the body, and like all of that, right? Like, they want like the physical stuff. But it's like, to really have the characteristics of a woman, it's really being able to love people through their hardest times, being able to pick them up when they're not able to pick themselves up, being able to still to choose to love even though somebody is over there screaming and crying in your face like a baby. Like, it takes a lot of emotional energy. It takes a lot of self-reflecting. It takes a lot of not even trying to be mad at yourself and still have to show it for your, like, for your kids, for your family. It takes a lot to be a woman, and on top of all the stuff that we be dealing with. And it's like, we are allowed to be women. Like, we are allowed to have feelings. We are allowed to cry. We are allowed to express ourselves. No, it's not about just saying whatever it is that you want to say, but it's like, it's saying how you feel and showing that to those that you love or to the world around you, and not even having to be looked at different because it's just like, oh, you're just being emotional. Oh, you're just being emotional. Yeah, because I have feelings in a world that chooses to not have feelings, and I refuse to keep living in that because I've been in the society of, oh yeah, I don't care about this, I don't care about that dude, I don't care about that girl, I don't care about them, I don't care about that group, and woo whoop. And that didn't get me nowhere but being drunk, holding a bottle, passed out somewhere. You want to know where it got me actually just embracing being a woman? It got me one closer to God. It got me being able to express myself in a way that I'm heard, and that whether somebody understands me or feels me, I don't care anymore. And the type of care where it's the type of don't care where it's like, I don't need your validation for me to still say how I feel. I don't need your likes for me to still say how I feel, because I have a heart. And whether that matters to the other person, it really doesn't matter to me, because as long as I say what it is that I have to say, then I said my piece. The relationships around me has gotten better the more I chose to embrace who I am. And it's nothing but God why I'm even able to even say this and express this. And I just really hope and pray that this touches at least somebody. It doesn't have to touch everybody. Everybody don't have to feel me. And really, honestly, nobody can feel me at the end of the day. But as long as you can get your perspective shifted, or at least you could just be like, oh, okay, I get you, cool. And then if not, cool. But at the same time, I just feel like this needed to be said. And whether or not I post this for it to be heard, it needed to be said. Whether it was something that I needed to see, or whether it's something that the world needs to see. Or not even the world, but my followers, because I ain't got that many followers. I'm not worried about that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all I got for y'all right now. But, have a blessed night and do what you gotta do.